I was hoping to beat the sunset. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Let me see if I can give a glimpse of the sunset. Too many trees over here. Losing light quick. And try to see if I can get down 2 more streets and then make a right, and then you should be able to see whatever's left of the sunset. I'll walk a little faster. I turned up the resolution, so maybe it looks better. I also turned on normal latency, which is supposed to cause a longer lag. It's not recommended for interacting with the live chat. So I do wonder how long the lag is. Let me listen to myself here. I also turned on normal latency, which is supposed to cause a longer lag. Oh, so it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Alright, so higher res. Normal latency, although the audio does sound a little digital. Alright, so higher res. Okay, it's not so bad. Yo, this would be really cool if someone did like a 360 audio tour and you just bring up this video and you can walk and match with them. So you could do virtual one at home, you know, or you can actually go to the location and you can like take the same walk I'm doing. If I were to like give you some historical, you know, I don't know, tell you a story about an area or something, you know. I think we're gonna miss the sunset. The sun is going down. I'm so sorry. I was hoping we could catch a sunset. I don't know anything about the street, so I got no stories to tell you. Hey, sup, Psycho? How you doing? You finally caught one actually going. How you doing today, Psycho? Gotta get some water here. Alright, so we're headed towards, I'm walking south towards Valley Boulevard. Now, the Valley Boulevard in San Gabriel Valley has been said by the late great Jonathan Gold, food critic, to have every cuisine in, I want to say Asia, or maybe he said China. You can find every Chinese cuisine on Valley Boulevard if you go down far enough. Like if you just shoot all the way down the entire San Gabriel Valley. Chilling at your sister's, Cycle? Well, thank you for joining me on this walk. It's getting darker, so I don't know how good the quality is gonna look. Are you watching on your phone? I think it looks pretty good on the phone. You know, I mean, it's not super sharp, but it's pretty good. It's just getting darker now, so I feel like this camera needs a lot of light. I'm gonna make a right here on Valley Boulevard. Now across the street to my left over here, you'll see a Big Lots. This plaza over here used to have an airport. It used to have an airport in the early 1900s. But the residents complained of this noise and they got rid of it. But yeah, there used to be an airport across the corner from here. Let's catch the tail end of the sunset. The sun is gone, but we still got the last bits of daylight for the rest of this day. This Chase Bank right here supposedly is the busiest branch in the region. Or at least at one point in time it was. Got my first bank account here. What's up, V? What camera do you have? Do you have the One X2? So to my left over here, Twinkle Tea. Oh, they changed the name of it again. It used to be like brown sugar or something. It used to be a Baskin-Robbins 31 flavors. My first real job that wasn't connected to like a school, like work study type of deal. That was like my first real job where I filed W-2, paid taxes. One X2. What's the issue you have? You have to stream through your phone, which makes sense. I mean, how else will you stream it? But you have to connect it, and then you have to. Are you trying to stream on YouTube, V? Because if you don't have 1,000 subscribers, you can't just log on to stream. You have to use the RTMP code. So you have to go to the page on YouTube where it says go live on the dashboard. You would select a 360, and then you would have to save the RTMP address and use that address for your 360 videos. Then every time you want to stream on the One X2, you have to bring the app out. You have to connect the phone with the camera, and then when you have to go to live, and then you have to, I copy paste it. I save in Google Keep. Copy it into RTMP. Because it's like the furthest to the right, and that's the only way you can live stream on YouTube if you don't have 1,000 subscribers. Psycho Challenger with the hearts. Hey, appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the love. Alright, so I'm walking west towards the sunset. There's just too much in the way though. Can't see much of the sunset. Okay, so down that way where I'm pointing, that is Savoy Kitchen. Opened up a while ago, and they serve like pizza and stuff. I think they were trying to be like a French. I mean, if you look at it, they try to be like a little French, French restaurant. And then they started serving Hainan chicken, and they blew up. And that Savoy right there is known for Hainan chicken. It's weird too, because they have Hainan chicken, and then they have like pastas and curries. They have other stuff too, but the Hainan chicken is the thing to get over there. Yeah, try the RMPT way, or RMPT or whatever. It should totally work fine. I even tested on Restream, and I was able to get a live stream on Restream on both YouTube and Facebook. But streaming through Restream, they limit you to 720p. I don't want to pay any more to get the 1080. Also, I think Facebook limits you regardless. I have 1,000 subs, but ask me to schedule a time, but it just does nothing. Yeah, the RMPT would probably fix it then, regardless. Yeah, because I was trying to do it with the setting the time and everything, but it didn't work. And I thought it was just because I didn't have 1,000 subscribers. That strobing sign over there can give me a stroke or something. Epilepsy. Oh, see this car just drive into the sidewalk right there? When anything tries to go one way and one thing pops off, they are known for just that. You couldn't schedule a time either. Yeah, I mean, I scheduled a time, but it just didn't start the stream. Yeah, Psycho. I mean, you just gotta change it up, you know. If your business isn't doing well, you gotta do something different. And then anyone in the San Gabriel Valley would know the hat. This is the very first hat. I heard it got started by cops back in the day. 15-cent coffee days that started in the 50s, I think. It's a good local joint. First one, it's a hole in the wall here. They have sit-down restaurants now. But it's not like you're not getting served, you know? Like it's just indoor seating. It was good to see this restaurant still open. All right, so it's getting darker now. I've yet to go into that restaurant over there. They renovated it. They did it up nice. I mean, I'm not sure what the quality is. Looking over there across the street, it's got like nice decor inside. There's lanterns and such. It looks nice. Across the corner here, Garden Cafe. Fantastic Hong Kong style Western food. So it's like fried rice with like baked cheese on top or something, you know, which is kind of Portuguese style. Oh, look, I just found these clipper things. I wonder if these were up to like, I'll leave these here just in case these have some damning evidence on it, but I guess I got my fingerprints on it now. Oh, they have outdoor dining, but they're like right on the sidewalk. And is that clean? You know, like cars are driving by. You got your food, like, you know, without anything covering it, uncovered on your table while you're eating. And cars are just driving by, kicking up all this dust and dirt. I don't know. Then we have Bacali's on the right. We have, and look how they've done it. They got a bunch of canopies, and all the canopies have like this plastic all the way around it. You know? So yeah, you're outside, but you're like, the street's not like making your food dirty, you know? No problem, HV. Heavy? I'm guessing it's like heavy. Across the street to my left is a banh mi Mai Tol. It's a banh mi sandwich shop. Local favorite. Local favorite. There used to be one of those like PC houses over here, where, you know, before everyone had good internet, people would go to like a place with a bunch of PCs and play video games. Used to come here. Well, I didn't come here a whole lot. Came here several times with friends, even though we all had computers at home. So I didn't understand why we did it. I guess it was just something to do. It's like, oh, instead of playing Counter-Strike at home, let's get together and pay to play Counter-Strike somewhere else. But the computers were supposedly like better, and I mean, they were better and top of the line at the time. It's getting darker now. This used to be a supermarket. There used to be a supermarket here. They renovated the place. I'm sure whoever the property manager is making a lot more money now. Instead of one supermarket, he's charging rent to like 5 or 6 different companies now. All right, so this is where I spent much of my childhood. Behind this restaurant over here is an elementary school. It's K through 8th, and I went there K through 8th. I think I know her. Woman in the truck. She was a coworker. But can't tell with me wearing a mask, you know? Plus I have longer hair now. Leg still hurts from yesterday? Wait, what happened yesterday? And then right here on the right, this hole in the wall right here is Pepe's. It's also the first one in the area, and it's a pretty popular chain now in the local area. I usually come here to get a breakfast burrito on Sundays. Probably come here like once a month or something on average. Sanwoo, one of the first in the area. I want to say it's like the second. Might be the oldest now. "12-hour day shift with no break." Oh yeah. You get the day off today? You should be resting, man. So over there's, I don't know if you can even tell, but I went to elementary school over there. I'm walking towards a place called Bunmei and Che Calais. It used to be a Carl's Jr. and I used to frequent it a lot back when I was going to the elementary school. It was just something we would do after school, you know, as friends. No work today, just got done with work about 2 hours ago. What the hell? Yeah, Psycho, get that rest, man. You work hard for your money. You gotta relax. I slept in for 10.5 hours last night. I took the day off from work today. Felt very productive in terms of streaming. I taped 2 1-minute mukbangs, which I gotta edit. I streamed earlier on Twitch, and now I'm taking my walk. Noodle World over there, across the street to my left, used to be a Bob's Big Boy. It's a historical site, so you still see 2. I don't know if you can see that far. I'm sure there's not enough lighting. It's probably too blurry. But there are still 2 Bob's Big Boys statues in there to mark its historical significance. I'm not sure if it's like one of the oldest, but there's a reason it turned into a historical site. Also, this is the first Noodle World. Another popular chain in the area. I've yet to try this Malaysian food over here on my left, Dolan's. Gotta try it. How much did I walk today? Let's see. 20, no, I'm at 6,700 steps so far. Almost approaching my 10,000 steps for the day. I should be able to hit it. Okay, so to my left here, Chengdu Taste. It got good reviews by this reviewer I mentioned earlier, Jonathan Gold. There's a documentary on him. He won a Pulitzer Prize for writing food reviews. But he's one of those guys that, like, if he writes a good review on you, your place will blow up. And in the documentary, there are mom and pop shops that thank him for saving their business. So Chengdu Taste over here was highly featured because he was writing in the middle of the making of the documentary. He was writing a review on the place, and the place blew up. Prices went up a lot. I have yet to try it. A few times I almost did. wonder how many steps are in a mile. I mean, I guess it depends on how many. It depends on the person, right? If you got longer steps, your stride's longer. If you're a short person, you need a lot more steps. I'm sure you could Google something like that, like the average steps for a mile. I mean, let me see. I'm at let's see, 30. I'm just shy of 30. Or I'm at 30 or 6,900 steps, 3.25 miles. So 10,000 is probably like 4 miles. Maybe, right? Yeah, so the sun has set. It's pretty dark now. I'm still on a somewhat well-lit street, but the lighting's going down and the quality of the stream is probably going to go down now. So what I'm going to do is make a right turn here and follow more lights. Oh, there's Popeyes. It used to be Pioneer Chicken. I'm that old guy now that walks around reminiscing of what things used to be around here. All right, it looks pretty dark down this stretch of road, so I apologize if you can't see anything. Not quite the most interesting part of the walk. Little ones, always so adorable. You know what I'd like to do? Do a live stream with this on like a bicycle or something. That may be pretty good. Only thing is audio. Audio would be terrible. Yeah, Psycho. YJ and I, we did we met up for dinner yesterday. YJ and Paulo and I. It was pretty cool. I put the camera on one part of the table because there were only 3 of us, so I put it on the other side that was empty. And it looked like, you know, you were having dinner with us. Getting all the messages right now. Little ones are, earlier my one niece had me wearing cat-eared headband. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to look at kids and think like, man, they're born bad, you know? Like, at what point does it go wrong to have like an innocent kid turn into, like, you know, an asshole or something? Yeah, 2-bedroom for rent for $16.50. If anyone needs a place to stay, a 2-bedroom here, $16.50. A lot of it, in your opinion, is nature. Like they're just born with it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just hard to say, you know. Because you see, like, some parents, they raise their kids and they're all good. And you got to give them the credit for it, right? If every single kid they have is good. But I don't know. Then people change when they become adults and stuff. Or they try to find their identity when they're like teenagers, I guess. I guess that's where things change. And it's really hard to guess what the kid, how the kid will interpret like what they had. Like, they might be privileged and they'll never realize it. Or they realize it and then they feel guilty or something. I had this realization years ago that, like, child actors, if they grew up acting, actors on a set we get spoiled. And if you're a kid that grew up only knowing that life, it's easy. I can easily see a kid getting super spoiled, thinking they're some sort of royalty, which is why they get messed up. A lot of these kids, you know. Oh, not nature, nurture. Yeah. Yeah, I have a friend. She has a kid that was on a huge show, and she said her kid would say like, "Oh, I don't want to do this anymore," or like, "Oh, this is so hard, like learning all these lines. I don't want to do it no more," or "Why do I have to do this?" And she told me, like, as a mother, she would say like, there are people wishing they're in this position. Like, she should be grateful. But you know, her kid doesn't know anything besides that life. So the kid has to be told, like, yo, this isn't normal. It's probably way too dark for you to see this railroad track here. But the city, decades ago, decided it was safe to basically build this section for the train to go through, and then had bridges connecting the two sides, just so people wouldn't get hit by trains. Oh, let there be light. Man, I would hate to be a neighbor here. Like that neighbor right there with the bright lights. So over here, you probably can't see it. The school is called Northrop. Their mascot's called the Gladiator, and I'm staring at it's like a Spartan, but with blue instead of red, like the skirt. I don't know what we call the skirt, and then like the mohawk thing and the cape. And they're holding like a shield that says N on it, and in their hand, instead of a sword, they're holding a scroll. because I guess, you know, the warriors of the mind. Oh, these are new electric cars? There's no grill. So they just put the logo up front. It's pretty cool. After a while, people can get used to the lights. It's true. But you know, they say like these new LED lights, they're too blue. So it messes up with people's like sleep patterns. It's because it mimics sunlight. And our bodies, they're built to like be awake during, like when we're exposed to like this type of light, right? I mean, I guess if you're trying to sleep in a room facing the lights, you will just get like dark curtains. I was gonna walk by my old high school. It's probably too dark. I can't see anything. Huh. Screw it. Let's see how it looks. It looks pretty damn dark down there though. I'm walking into the darkness. Here we go. Yeah, it looks so dark. So weird. As a kid, you just walk. You walk to your friends' houses. I mean, there's no other choice. You didn't have a car. I guess that's why skateboard culture got picked up so much. I mean, I used to ride a bike as well. But a skateboard was cheaper than a bike. It's probably how like skateboard culture became such a thing. It meant like freedom for a kid. Oh, it's even darker now. A little trippy that I can see the stream a little bit on your phone. Oh yeah. Yeah, I wish there was a way for me to read chat. Because on Twitch you can do that. You can read just the chat and you don't need to stream it. I have to have the stream up, and I pause the video from time to time. But I feel like it still takes data. Because I have to I'm streaming from my phone, so I don't want to waste the internet, any bandwidth. Because I have to download, you know, I'm streaming my own stream. But I only really want to see the chat. So, it's dark, but I wanted to walk by my old high school. Maybe I'll do another walk during the day, walk by the old high school. Man, high school just seems like forever ago. It's crazy. As a kid, as an adult, I'm looking back thinking, man, I was a kid. But you know, I'm sure every single one of us in high school were like, I'm an independent person. I can think on my own. It's like, no, kid, sit down. Felt like I had the mentality of a college freshman up until like the end of my 30s. Even now, I'm barely a college senior. You miss high school a little bit? Did you have good years in high school? Like, were you popular, Psycho? Did you do a lot of school activities and stuff? A lot of older looking homes here. Like, who builds stairs with wooden handrails and stuff now still, you know? The little details of the past. I didn't really do high school activities. Wasn't popular. I was a person who would just blend in. Or I'd sit alone in place and I could watch everyone. Oh, like a wallflower. Were you just shy, Psycho, or did you just wasn't of interest to you? Or maybe, you know, we're just awkward. I know that back, when I think back on high school, even college, kind of tried too hard, you know? At least I did anyway. There's a lot over here on the right, across the corner. Probably can't see it because it's too dark. Used to play basketball here a lot. Took down the hoops, so how'd you know the hoops are still there? The backboards are anyway. Alright, so here is my old high school. I would walk up this way to school because I live down the street that way. To the right over here. Other side of this wall is industrial tech, where I made a wooden clock. So it was like a clock face. Everything was wood. The dial was made of wood with the battery power, and it looked like a giant wristwatch. It was wooden, like a giant wooden wristwatch with links and stuff. I also did a molten lead moldings, and I also took apart a lawnmower engine and put it back together. One of the few things I actually remember. I'm sure I'll remember stuff if I think about it, but that's what comes to mind when I cross the school right here. There's a bridge up here for kids to safely walk across the street. So over here on the right side are the PE buildings, and we will walk across the street to the track so that we can walk the track or play football or soccer. Oh, everyone's got these, I'm sure it's a pandemic thing. Everyone got like the bikes that power up when you pedal them with the engine, and they have like the multi-seat bikes now. It's cool. Something for families to do. I mean, silver lining in all this, people are doing outdoor activities again. More, maybe it's not as much as like early on, but there's still people doing outdoor activities. Wasn't as interested, and I was going through things. I understand you, man. I understand you, psycho. So here's the gymnasium on the right. Probably can't see it. Not enough lighting. To the left is our track. Can't see it. That's where the football team would practice. And to the right, God, it's so dark. It looks like a prison. It probably looks like a faraway city on the stream because of the camera angle and stuff. But they changed all the lights to white lights. But when it was all yellow, it completely looked like a prison. Because look at this Walking Dead double fencing, like at the penitentiary. It's a double fence. But it's only double fence because there's a tennis court on the other side. Right, these tennis courts are new. Oh, and that's why they don't use where I used to play basketball. They built basketball courts over here. It used to be all bungalows over here. Did they build new building or new classrooms? I don't know. You did do fourth though? Yo, Mads, how you doing? Uh-oh, you outed yourself. Now I know your full name, Mads. I was trying to walk down a major street to catch the sunset earlier, there's just no good view of the sunset. At least not in my city. Because it goes down and there's a bunch of trees in the way and stuff. And we just walked past my high school. You did do 4-H? What's 4-H? Oh, how much did I walk? I'm so done already. I'm so ready to stop. 8,000 steps. Oh, let's see, 10,000 in. And show me. All right, I think I'm gonna end it here. If the stream's laggy, I'll just end it here. Psycho, thank you for hanging out. Heavy, thank you. Mads, I'm not sure if you're still there. Another day has been streamed, as YJ would say. Oh, it's better now?